You ever get told straight to your face, "We don't allow your kind to solicit in this neighborhood"? Whatever you're selling, whether it's religion or stolen goods, you can peddle it in the ghetto where you belong, and for a second you just stand there blinking, wondering if you've stepped onto the set of some bad, unfunny sitcom. Yeah, that happened. And if you think that's the wildest part of the story, hang on. Let me back up a sec. It was one of those early fall Tuesdays, air crisp enough for a jacket sun still hugging your skin like summer's not quite done. I'd taken a half day from work, wanted to surprise my daughter Maya at her school's career day. She's 10, but I swear the look on her face when I walked in wearing my county sheriff's uniform, man, that kind of hero worship, you just don't get it forever. Made every long night, every headache from the job worth it. So Maya crushed her presentation. I'm talking mic drop, teacher cheering levels of good. I headed home on a cloud, ready to just coast through the rest of my afternoon. We'd only been in this aspirational neighborhood a couple months. Big houses, lawns, clipped shorter than military cuts. Neighbors who wave with one hand and call the HOA with the other. Turning onto my street, I spot Mrs. Gable, my elderly neighbor, wrestling this huge flat-pack box on her porch. Lady must be close to 80, all bird bones and stubbornness. I do what anybody raised right would pull in offer to help. She's thrilled, Sheriff, you're a lifesaver. Turns out it's a bookshelf, and the thing's got more pieces than a jigsaw puzzle dumped on the floor. I check my watch, tell her I've got time, and get to work. She brings me iced tea, and for the next hour, I'm up to my elbows in Allen wrenches, feeling pretty good about life. Then bang, 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 somebody's at the door knocking like they're the cops, and I'm the suspect. Before poor Mrs. Gable can even stand up, the door flies open, and in storms this woman, blonde, pressed to perfection, athletic gear, so fancy it probably costs more than my boots. But she ain't ever seen a treadmill. She scans the room, sees me kneeling there in full uniform, screwdriver in hand, and her lip curls like she just stepped in something nasty. And then she lets loose with that line. Tells me right to my face to take my ghetto business elsewhere. I'm so stunned I actually freeze. Mrs. Gable gasps, "Cynthia, what on earth is wrong with you? This is Sheriff Miller, he's helping me." But Cynthia's not listening. She just points her manicured finger, doesn't care who I am. Says my presence is dragging down the property values. That's when something in me just hardens. 20 years in law enforcement, I've seen all kinds of ugly. But there's something about raw, everyday racism served cold that'll always sting. I stand up slow, 6'3", pretty solid, and I make sure to fill that doorway. Look her dead in the eye, voice calm. "Ma'am, I'm the county sheriff. I live 2 doors down, and I'm just helping my neighbor." You'd think that would be the end of it. Maybe an apology, a little shame. Nope. She laughs. "The sheriff? Oh, please. They'll let anybody have a costume these days. My son Kyle needs his room cleaned. The cleaning service is late. Why don't you make yourself useful?" Swear to God, before I can even process that, here comes Kyle, her teenage clone phone in hand, scowling like the world owes him a favor. "Mom, is this the cleaner? Tell him to get a move on. My friends'll be here soon." She actually grins, gestures to me. "Since you're so helpful, you can start with us. $20 for your trouble." I just stand there, sheriff's badge, shining weapon at my hip, and they're trying to hire me to clean their kid's bedroom. It's so ridiculous, I almost laugh. Almost. Kyle, who's maybe 17 and has never been told no, snaps his fingers in my face. "You gonna work or what? Old pizza boxes, clothes everywhere, bathroom needs scrubbing, like I'm invisible, except for what I can do for him." Mrs. Gable tries to intervene. That's the sheriff, but he rolls his eyes. "Whatever, my mom's paying, let's go." They march me next door through a foyer with a chandelier that could pay off my truck, up a staircase that echoes every boot step. His room is a landfill. I stand in the doorway, arms crossed, letting the silence stretch. Kyle starts to sweat. Cynthia ups her offer to $30, voice sharp. I finally break the quiet, locking eyes with Kyle. "What's your name, son?" He blinks, surprise. Uh, Kyle. So let me get this straight. You and your mom think I'm a cleaning service, and you're ordering me to clean your bedroom. That about right. He flushes red looks to his mom for backup. The facade's crumbling. Cynthia tries to backpedal. Simple mistake, but I step into the hall, make her look at my ID, make her look at my badge. I'm Sheriff David Miller. That's real. And you are in a tremendous amount of trouble. Color drains from her face. She stammers out an apology. It's just the uniform I thought you were with a service, and Kyle mumbles that it was a joke. But I just let him twist for a minute, soaking in their own mess. I tell her straight, this is harassment, this is racism, and if I see so much as a dirty look from her again, I'll be revisiting my legal options. I make them go back and apologize to Mrs. Gable, awkward as a middle school dance. I walk home, try to shake off the whole thing, but I know deep down this isn't over. Folks like that with money and pride and nothing real to lose, they never just let it go. For 2 weeks, it's dead quiet. Cynthia and Kyle treat me like I'm invisible. I watch her apologize to Mrs. Gable from my window. My wife's furious when I tell her, says I should have arrested Cynthia on the spot. But I'm thinking if I'd done that, the headline would be, Black Sheriff Takes Down White Neighbor in Nice Suburb. Not worth it. Or so I thought. Then I get the email, urgent matter from Frank Thompson, head of the county board. An anonymous complaint's been filed alleging unprofessional conduct and abuse of power. I know instantly who it's from. She couldn't get me one way, so she's coming at me through the system. Next thing I know, I'm being called into a formal review. Frank's sympathetic, but it's all procedure. The complaint says, I harassed and threatened Cynthia and Kyle, abused my authority, maybe even took advantage of Mrs. Gable. Total fiction, but the rumor mill cranks up anyway. The local news prints a story comment section goes nuts. At work, my deputies are loyal, but I see the doubt in their eyes. At home, my wife's scared and angry. My daughter comes home crying because some kid called her dad a bad cop at school. It's hell. Then in walks Robert, the husband. Real estate tycoon, slick as oil, all apologies and fake charm. Says he's just heard about the misunderstanding. Says Cynthia's high-strung, Kyle's an idiot, but still tries to pin some blame on me. Says I intimidated his wife. Then velvet glove comes off. He tells me this is bad for everyone. Let's make it go away. Meaning he wants my silence. I refuse. Tell him if he wants it to go away, they'll need to issue a public apology to me and Mrs. Gable. His face goes cold. You're making a mistake, Sheriff. It's not a threat anymore, it's a promise. The review board treats me like a criminal, ignores Mrs. Gable's glowing statement. No resolution, just bureaucratic stalling. Then one night at 2 a.m., my world explodes. My front door gets bashed in, lights everywhere, bullhorns screaming, Sheriff's Department, come out with your hands up. It's my own deputies. Somebody called in a fake shooting at my address, swatted me, tried to get me or my family killed. I barely keep my head call out, convince Sergeant Riley to confirm it's a hoax. As my house is processed for evidence, I realize the call came from a burner phone traced to my street. Right in the center of the ping circle, Robert and Cynthia's house. Their son Kyle caught on camera at a gas station minutes after the call driving his mom's SUV. We bring Kyle in. He's all smug lawyered up, but digital forensics finds the voice modulation software on his laptop. Then, twist of fate, there's a background hum on the swatting call. Sticks, our forensics guy, traces it to a high-end aquarium filter, the exact one humming away in Kyle's bedroom. Plus, the voice is a genetic match to both his parents. We've got them. I get a warrant from an out-of-county judge. Show up at dawn with my detective, seize every device, grab the filter, the works. Play the unmodulated audio. Kyle's voice clear as day, rehearsing the 911 script. Then he cracks shouts at me. You deserved it, my dad said. You're a problem. People like you don't belong here. Confession right there. Body cams rolling. We arrest him. Cynthia's hysterical, Robert's seething, threatening lawsuits, more press spin. But now the dominoes start to fall. The media flips. The corrupt sheriff narrative dies, replaced with powerful family tries to ruin lawman. Public opinion swings my way. Robert throws his fortune at lawyers at spin. But I keep digging, find out he's been bribing the county board to push through a giant development on protected wetlands, and as sheriff, my signature is the last thing he needs. I'm not just an eyesore to him, I'm the one incorruptible man blocking a $100 million scam. With the help of a private investigator and the DA, we stack up the evidence, wiretaps, bank records, the whole ugly web. Kyle terrified of real prison time flips on his dad. He tells us everything, how Robert orchestrated the swatting, how Cynthia filed the fake complaints, how the board was bought and paid for. We raid the development offices, arrest Robert, the corrupt supervisors, and even Cynthia. The news runs live footage, everything exposed. In the end, Robert does federal time. His company goes up in smoke. Cynthia gets house arrest. Kyle gets probation and is ordered to clean up the very wetlands his dad tried to destroy. The land itself. The county turns it into a park, and get this, they name it after me, Miller Park. Not because I'm special, but because the truth outlasted their money and hate. Now the neighborhood's just a neighborhood. People wave and mean it. My family's safe. We're stronger than before, and Maya, she's proud of her old man. Every time I walk through that park, I remember justice isn't about the badge or the skin or the size of your house. It's about standing your ground when the world tries to shove you out. So tell me, if you were in my shoes, would you have done anything differently? Ever had a neighbor like that? Drop your story below. Let's talk about what justice means and who gets to decide who belongs. And if this hit home for you, share it, because one person standing up can still change the whole damn county.